Okay, so we have a little plan here today for the stream. We're gonna open the play button, confetti's gonna go off, balloons are gonna fall from the ceiling. No, I'm just kidding. Should I close my eyes? I don't know. Should I do it? I feel like I should. Is your body ready? Everyone prepare. We are opening the box. The box is opening. Let me turn it to the side here. Here it is, the play button. No, just kidding. Okay. Oh, there's a note. YouTube? Writing me a personal letter? Yo, it's personally signed by Susan. Supportive. Yo, what up, homegirl Susan? Thank you for the signature. This is so cute. YouTube is proud to present to you the Silver Creator Award, which celebrates your hard work and incredible achievement. Ah, I didn't even look at the button. Wow. Our play button. Oh, wow. It's actually much like lighter than I thought it would be. For some reason, it looks so heavy. It is about the weight of a small chicken. Can you see the camera above? That's so cute. Whoa, holy smokes. So it really, wow, that's actually sick. It comes with like little mounting things. Here we go. 𝗙𝗶𝗱 passing 100,000 subscribers. Very, very nice. Wow. Cute camera. Yeah, he's got a little hairdo too. His little tuft of hair. So cute. Thank you so much, everybody. I mean, honestly, this feels very surreal right now. I know it's just like a little plaque. I have no idea where I'm gonna put it either. But, man. Just thinking about, like, I don't know. Just thinking about, like, how I started. So I started this YouTube channel. I think I had, like, 300 subs or something like that. Because I was a full-time Twitch streamer before I actually shifted over to YouTube. So, but I've had, like, a passion for making videos pretty much my entire life. And I don't know. I guess it just poured it over after like live streaming and realizing like, oh yeah, I enjoy live streaming, but it just doesn't feel like what I want to be doing exactly. And I fell in love with Pokemon, and Pokemon is pretty much what carried me over to YouTube, to making like curated content and videos. So I actually wouldn't even be at this point now if it weren't for Pokemon and getting involved with playing and collecting and just the community as a whole. So I don't know, it feels very surreal. It feels very surreal. Like starting with 300 subs. I remember when I went to my first regional, that was like before we were even at 10K subs, I think. And now here we are past 100K, and it's just absolutely bananas. So I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without you all. Of course, that's why I wanted to open it together, because this is huge. And I appreciate you all being here and supporting the channel. And it's been a blast getting to this point. You know, it's been a struggle, and you're always gonna have like a lot of people who just kind of write you off, especially like converting over to like the player community and stuff. Everyone is kind of divided between like playing, collecting, and it has like its subsections. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you know, she just like opens packs on YouTube or something. So it was really cool to kind of like, I don't know, prove myself in a way and be like, no, I actually do play this game, and I kind of know what I'm talking about a little bit here. So I think that was like the most rewarding thing from NAIC. That's kind of been like my whole thing with my channel, is like I want to get people into playing Pokemon, because playing Pokemon, not just collecting and stuff, but actually playing and getting involved with like the player community has, I know it sounds kind of cheeseball, but it's almost, it actually sounds very cheeseball. Maybe I shouldn't say it. No, I'm gonna say it anyway. It's honestly like playing Pokemon has given my life like a deeper meaning. And I know that sounds like literally so whack, but it really has. I mean, I've been a huge gamer my whole life, like board games, video games. That's always been like a big part of me. And I think that's why it was such an easy like transition over into playing Pokemon, because we start collecting it first, and then, you know, having all the cards in the binder, and I'm just like, yo, how do I, like, I see the moves on these Pokemon, I see their little attacks, like, I want to actually learn how to play this. Taco, you remember that? And I like we searched a video on how to play, and there was like nothing out there on like learning how to play Pokemon. And so the first decks that Taco and I built were like so bad. They were so bad. Like I had evolution lines that were like stage 2s, but I didn't have their basics, or like vice versa. We had like break cards, like random break cards. We had no idea like what they even did. It's like our local card shop, and we had a couple of people that like actually knew how to play the game look at it, and they were just like, oh god, like what is this? So it's been a journey for sure. Yeah, just recapping NAIC. So if all of you didn't know, I was actually asked to be one of the casters, one of the commentators at the North American International Championships, which is like one of the largest Pokemon TCG events. Well, it's not just TCG, it's VGC, Pokken, and Pogo as well. So this was my first time ever casting with Pokemon, and I definitely want to like walk everybody through like how that happens, my whole thought process about it, because it was kind of a whirlwind for me, that's for sure. We are the staff. So pretty much how this went down. DC, who is one of, you probably know DC from Twitter potentially. He's like the person who is like the stream coordinator. So like the person who pretty much runs all of the streams for all of the big Pokemon events, so like regionals and obviously NAIC and all of that. I got a random message one day. This was like a little bit before Indianapolis regionals. So that is kind of like when I figured out what was going on. Obviously, I couldn't tell anyone because I was like signed under an NDA, so it was very difficult to hold it in, keep it a secret. But yeah, I was just hit up and he was like, hey, Boo, like what's a good email I can reach you at? And I gave him my email and I just put the little eyeballs emoji. And then he put the eyeballs emoji, and then I was like, oh, what is this? What's going on? And then yeah, when I got the email and like all the information wanting me to like cast NAIC, I was like, what? Because mind you, I've never casted with Pokemon before. The only thing I've ever casted before are like online tournaments, and then my own personal tournaments that Taco and I would host at home for WDE. So I did have like somewhat of casting experience, but this was like pretty much one of the largest events. This was way larger than a regional, so much more like production value. And DC even was like, you know, usually we start like a new caster on a regional event or whatever so that you can, you know, get used to it. But since you've been in front of a camera and stuff, we're just gonna like pop you in, throw you in the deep end essentially. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So I was like so nervous. I was so nervous going into it because I had no idea what to expect. I've literally never worked at all doing any of this, so it was pretty bananas. Yo, look at this cute Snom. Oh, you can't even see him. He's too bright. I bought him. It was actually the funniest thing buying this Snom. So Jordan and I went to NAIC like together, and we were at a restaurant like eating tacos, and then this like group of people rolled up and they like knew who I was, and they were like, wait, are you Frosty Caribou? And I was like, yeah, what's up? And they were like, oh, because they had like pulled up my Twitter and they were trying to see like, is this her eating tacos behind us? Anyway, one of the people in this group, such a cool person, like whipped out a like ton of Snoms. It was just like a whole group of Snoms, and they're like, want to buy some Snoms? Like shaking them at me. Anyway, that's how you get me apparently, because I bought 2 Snoms. Want to buy some Snoms? Quick side story. This is what happens, right? So the whole day, stream's going great, you know. It's a blast. We're having a good time. Matches are going well. Casting's going fantastic. Then randomly, we lose internet, like the whole stream, and like I don't know if it was like the whole convention center, but the stream lost internet, so we lost like internet connection and it went down for everyone. Of course, right as it goes down, the first time I made any sort of like hand motions too, and it goes down right at the same moment, and it pauses at like almost everyone's screen on this like super silly face that I was making, and it's pretty much me. I look like I'm like an upset like Italian man essentially. I'm like, okie dokie. Ho-ho. It was such a mess, and I was like, oh my god. And like instantly right after that happened, a bunch of people messaged me a screenshot of this, and they're like, wow, look at what my TV is frozen on. And I'm like, wow, of course, man, of course this happens. It was not easy in the slightest. I was so busy, I barely got to like talk to anyone or say hi to anyone because I was so busy the whole day. We only had 4 casters, and so 2 of them are obviously casting. One of them has to be running the admin, so the person who like switches the cards and then does the interview of the winner as well. And if you're not doing any of those 3 roles, then you have like a small break, pretty much. But on my small breaks, I was also like trying to eat, trying to say hi to people, trying to hand out pins and business cards and stuff, and it was just like so hectic. They set up a Pokemon Center there for NAIC, and I didn't even get to go. Like, I was so sad. I also got like 8 hours of sleep collectively over 3 days, and I actually was supposed to fly there. My flight got canceled the night before, so I had to drive. It was such a mess. Like, it was not easy in the slightest, but at the same time, it went so well, and I don't think it could have gone like any better than it actually did. Because like even throughout all of the struggle bus times that happened, I enjoyed casting. I think I was literally like born to cast, honestly. It was so great. Yeah, it was very nerve-wracking and there's also like so much to manage as well when you're up there. Like there's buttons everywhere, there's like multiple things you have to look at. I was like the person who like runs the little computer that we had to access to, having the lights, like the cameras and stuff. It was just so like nerve-wracking, even though like I'm in front of like the mini version of their same setup. When I do like videos and live streams and stuff, it's totally different when you're like in a new place. You're nervous, you know, a ton of people are watching and stuff, and I definitely messed up pretty hardcore in the first couple of things that we casted. I was so nervous. I think I called like a level ball, a quick ball. I called an ultra ball, a level ball. I kept mixing up all the balls, and then oh my god, that was probably the hardest thing ever, was to not say things that like sounded somewhat inappropriate on the stream. Like I almost said that, like I keep mixing up the balls. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like Chip and I, like our casting chemistry was so good. So good, because Chip is like great at like analysis of the game, and I am very good at like I mean I can do analysis, but I think I actually really strive in the position of like play-by-play casting, because that's essentially what I do on my channel as well. Like my channel, when it comes to the TCG, is geared toward like more newbie players. I try to kind of like explain things in simple terms and not delve too deep in like the competitive side without explaining the fundamentals first, I guess. So being in that role was perfect. So it would be like Chip kind of explains everything for the competitive side, like what plays you're probably going to see from both these players and like what situation they were, what the board state was in and all of that. And then like as soon as he would do that, I would just go straight into like, okay, yes, and then this is exactly what you're seeing now. So this is like the sequence of cards that they're playing. This is what they're doing now. This is what you're seeing on screen. So like Chip would cover the competitive side, and then I would cover like people who are just joining the stream and don't even know what they're looking at, and give them that knowledge to feel more engaged with the stream. So it was seriously like perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better partner, honestly. Chip and I are like peanut butter jelly, man. We did so well together. Honestly, like seeing the feedback too made me that much happier, because I got so much good feedback from people I've like never even met in my entire life. So it's not like they're just like hardcore Boo fans, you know? I think one of the most meaningful ones to me too was, obviously this was an international championship here, so people from all sorts of places were watching, and a lot of people were saying that my enunciation of words was like good enough for them to actually understand, even if like English wasn't their first language. And that meant a lot to me too, because like my whole thing is being able to make the game more accessible for like all different types of people. But hearing that was like huge for me, because I was like, wow, not only am I like, you know, kind of taking newer players into consideration with like the way I explain things, but also, you know, just like the way I speak, I guess. And I didn't even really think about this until now, but like I was watching like NAIC and these events, and that's what got me really motivated to like start playing competitively. And then I got to be a part of like what is getting other people motivated to play competitively. That is so cool, actually. Yeah, pretty much that. I was notified about it, or I was asked to do it a little bit before Indianapolis regionals that I went to play in, and I was super nervous. I prepared a lot for the event itself though. I mean, I knew the decks and I knew the meta, so I wasn't like super worried about that. I think what I was most worried about was like not knowing a card for some reason. So I actually had like my friends quizzing me on cards. Like they would name a card and then I'd have to say what it does pretty much. And like over voice messages back and forth or whatever. So that was great. It was an experience like I can't even describe, but pretty much after the first 2 matches that we casted, that Chip and I casted together, I shook all the nerves off from there. And then if you watch the 3rd game that Chip and I casted, that is a perfect cast.
Avery,
yes.
yeah, having you discard one of your 𝗙𝗶𝗶s, which is gonna usually be a way to keep getting through the deck with your Shady Dealings ability.
Yes, so not only are we going to see the discard from John to kind of limit his ability to draw cards, but we also did see the draw cards from Diego as well, helping your hand out a little bit too. So you get both that disruption to your opponent and a couple more cards for your hand too. And we are going to see the Trinity Nova there for 180 damage with that double turbo, kind of nerfing the attack a little bit. And then the 3 water energies being attached onto the benched Arceus V.
Like we casted it and I remember we stopped for like the little break after the match and we both just looked at each other and we were like, wow, that was a good cast. Like we were both thinking the exact same thing. It was like we just found our like synergy together and it just clicked and it like went so well. They were all very, very nice people. To everybody who came to the stream today, I hope you all have a great rest of your day and I'll catch you in the next video, the next live stream. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.